Won't you ever tell him? Won't you just ever tell him? I guess. I know. I figure stick it up in your mouth and let it come out. Now nothing. If it ever comes to call again, you see him alone. And if you haven't the gumption to tell him how you feel.
Tell him?
Well, there's nothing wrong with a little lady like Heat.
Mama!
Winfred, where have you been?
Fishing.
Fishing?
With Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
Mm-hmm. And look, I still... Oh! Harold must have used them.
Did you have
I had
time?
to. Scrumptious. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. And he said he'd take me there someday. And he told me a song of hers that had any F's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. That's the town that knew me well. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I would say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my fame. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me sing. Woo! But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I would say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my flame. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, her friends, but Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. I'll be back in a minute. I have to show Amaryllis my live frog.
Leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them.
Don't you have to change for the social mode?
Oh, there's time later.
Should live around here somewhere?
Oh, the Shins live on the East Elm. This is the West Elm.
Ah, criminy. Hey, I see you're the piano teacher in town. Fishing over that fella Hill from a boys band here?
Yes.
Well, don't let it worry you no more. I got to go to him in spades. That's why I got to see Shin. Ah, number 8 only makes a 15-minute launch stop. Wish it was 20. Like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cowell, angel salesman. Right now, my taking a good name with the traveling salesman from this swimmer. Say, what kind of music teacher are you into through that fella Hill? Well, I need to know more, Professor.
Oh, I know all about that. Band leaders are always called Professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director and
Wait a minute, girly girl. Fine director? Have you heard one note of music from any band of his?
Well, no.
But nothing, girly girl. He's never formed a band in his life. He never will.
Now, if you just listen to me for a minute.
I'd sure like to. I'd like to do more than that, actually. I sure got the inclination. Right now, I gotta deliver these papers on the way to the depot. See you next time through, girly girl.
You'll never make it to the depot. You'll have to catch that cross.
No, sir. I've got to leave word right now.
Now, if you'll just take a second. You don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
Well, no, I meant that I don't know you, and
Well, I'd need more time anyway.
I mean as well as I'd like to.
Well, no trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met a man who sells anvils. That's something, well, quite different.
Well, I'll say, it takes a real salesman. Anvils have a limited appeal, you know. What do I do when I miss that train and I'll get fired? I've got to leave word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you deliver these papers?
Try me. There's your train, now run for it.
Well, you double deal, little. Who do you think you're protecting anyway? That man's got a girl in every county in Illinois. That's 102 counties. That's basically the can't just like you because they're going to keep their mouths shut. Either way, you're still like me, girl.
Madigan, who was you just talking to just now?
Some salesman. He was selling anvils. I don't really know what he was looking something up.
Why, Professor Hill.
How to do, Mrs. Carew?
You and Madigan come up and said, I have jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mom.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything.
Now, Miss Mary, I'm not suggesting your invitation has heard anything but academic enlightenment. Now the think system. I've been by your house a time or two to try to explain it to you, but there always seems to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
Good. I wouldn't want anybody beating my time. No. Well, it's evidently not the convenient night. See you at the sociable later.
Professor Hill, is it true that you've had 100? What I'm trying to say is,
Yes.
have you really developed a think system?
A what? A think? Oh, a think system. Yes, it's really very simple as whistling. Nobody has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You just have to think of a tune and have it come out clearly. Now try this before you ask any questions.
I take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
Well, music teachers.
I dare say you've met dozens, even 100.
Well,
Have they all been as fascinated as I have with the think system?
oh, some more, some less. One young lady thought of the same system before I got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
No, don't let me keep you there. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
And it must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of a traveling salesman.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears a rumor about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty?
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me an assured job, so Mother and Winthrop and I would have some security. Now, surely you don't believe.
Of course not, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. But why do you think people start those rumors?
Never mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy most, I assume.
Exactly, and jealousy mostly starts rumors about traveling salesmen. Well, what have you heard?
Oh, nothing personally, just generally.
What have you heard generally?
Just that, and well, of course it stands to reason that, take you for instance, in your attentions to customers, and well, teachers might be easily misinterpreted, mightn't they? Mightn't they?
Why?
Well, say if another salesman or someone were jealous, well, they could just be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Oh, I suppose.
And it just proves that you should never believe everything you hear. If you discuss things.
Miss Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. But could we do it sitting down? Your knees do bend, you know.
We could sit on the porch steps.
We could sit at the large hollow log over the footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just a time.
I've got to just for this table.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
Really, maybe tomorrow. I have to drive.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find you've collected nothing but empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I want to make today worth it now.
Oh, so would I.
The footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama!
What is it?
I just told Professor Hill I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Glory be and the saints be praised. It works.
What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.